Let me overstate the obvious. Winning doesn't suck. Wednesday sucked. I didn't hit the broadside of the barn. But the past 2 days, undefeated. Absolutely perfect. Cashed in with my best bet each day over at DeMarcosports.com. And here on the video report, a perfect 3-0 sweep with the complimentary plays. Yeah, perfection. I could go for that. I'm sure you could too. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, General Manager, DeMarcosports.com. And this is going to be your Saturday video report. Listen, the complimentary plays. I've now won 23 of my last 31. Yeah, the plays that I've been giving away for free here on the video. And as I always like to say, these are the best of the worst. For one reason or another, these plays didn't make the cut, didn't make the best bet status over at DeMarcoSports.com because they had a wart. Doesn't mean they're not great plays. It just means I narrowed them down from the card and opted not to use them and relegated them to free pick status. A lot of guys in this industry just throw out free picks because they can and they don't care about the games. And it's just a way to stimulate customers to get them over to their sports books that they're fronting because that's where they make money on the commissions. I've always tried to win these plays because to me, it's part of the game. So, listen, the last 2 days, I cashed in with my best bet over at DeMarcoSports.com on Colorado State in the Mountain West Conference tournament at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. Well, it says a lot that I'm not coming back with Colorado State today, that my best bet actually happens to be the Big Ten tournament semifinals between Michigan State and Wisconsin. But that doesn't mean I didn't take an in-depth look at the Rams game tonight and the championship game of that tournament against Boise State, because that is going to be your complimentary play. So without further ado, let's get to it. And of course, quickly, as you see at the bottom of the screen, if you'd like my play and all the plays of all the handicappers over at DeMarcoSports.com, you can get them for free, not only today, but for 2 days. And you pick the days by using the All Access Pass. I don't really have to oversell the word free. I mean, it's a great four-letter word. You were thinking of some others starting with F, weren't you? Bad, bad, bad. But yes, it's free. No strings attached. You get all the plays of all the handicappers for free. I've been doing it for 22 years. If you haven't taken advantage of it yet, why not? You can't beat free. And if you ever have any questions, you can always contact customer service. So let's take a look at that game between Colorado State and Boise State. It tips off at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. I couldn't understand yesterday when I had Colorado State as a second straight raise the bar 20-dime winner for a second straight night, how the Rams, that line was so bizarre because they were anywhere from -1 to +1.5 against Utah State. Well, they jumped out to a monstrous lead, and I think they were up 19 points at the half and rolled in that game 83-72. They have won 9 straight games. They have given up an average of 62 points a game in that stretch. Now, they're a dynamite offensive team, and I'll talk about their top player, Nick Clifford, who probably is going to be a first-round draft pick here. But defensively, they've really turned up the screws. So I can't believe that they are getting anywhere from 1 point to 1.5 points today against Boise State in the championship game, especially since I look at Boise State and I will give the Broncos all the props in the world because they have knocked off San Diego State 2 nights ago. They beat the Aztecs. And if you're familiar with this conference, you know San Diego State is a perennial, at least semifinalist in the Mountain West, but they beat San Diego State 62-52 in the quarterfinals. But truth be told, if you've been following the NWC this year, this has not been a vintage year for the Aztecs. And then last night, they knocked off the #1 seed in the regular season champion, New Mexico, 72-69. But again, if you've been following this conference, New Mexico slumped a little in the final couple of weeks of the regular season, including back-to-back road losses at Boise State and New Mexico. So I wasn't surprised that Boise State, a more physical team, a better rebounding team, put the clamps on New Mexico in that game and pulled off the upset. But I don't think Boise State matches up here with Colorado State. And there's a reason the Rams swept the regular season series. Now, the first game was very close, 75-72. Colorado State won in Fort Collins back on January 22nd. But it's the second meeting that I want to draw your attention to in that game, which was the road finale. I'm sorry, the season finale for Colorado State just last Friday. Everybody always texts you, when you're doing a video report. That's what you're hearing here in the background, my phone going off. In the season finale last Friday in Boise, Colorado State rolled 83-73. And the guy I was talking to before, Nick Clifford, career high 36 points. And his team shot 57.4% compared to 41.8% for Boise. And that was on Boise's home floor. Once again, today, neutral court, Thomas and Mack Center in Vegas. Now, Clifford poured in 26 points, had 11 rebounds, 6 assists last night against Utah State. He had entered that game in his previous 10 games, averaging almost 22 points, 10 rebounds, and nearly 5 dimes a game in his previous 10, hitting at a 57% clip from the field. On the season, he's averaging 18.8 points, 9.8 rebounds, 4.4 assists. 6'6" wing. The guy has just been on an incredible roll now for almost 6 straight weeks. They beat up Nevada 67-59 in the quarterfinals. I just think Colorado State not only should be favored, forget about the fact that they're getting a point to point and a half, but I think Colorado State should be favored by 2 to 2.5 in this game. And that's why Colorado State is your complimentary play today. So again, on a roll with the complimentary plays, let's see if we keep it going. I wish you well, guys, and we will talk again tomorrow. Good luck, everybody.